When we travel abroad, it's natural to wonder if we'll fit in. What if the locals don't embrace us, or have biased assumptions about us? Foreigners' image of the US can depend on the country you're visiting. Fortunately, many nations have a positive view of the US, driven by factors such as economic partnerships, cooperation on global issues, and appreciation of how US policies consider their needs. In this video, we look at a survey from the Pew Research Center where representatives from around the world were asked about their opinions of the US. Stay tuned to check the list of countries where you're most likely to experience a warm welcome. 1. Poland. Poland views the US most favorably, with 93% of those surveyed having positive perceptions of Americans. This marks a significant increase from 2019, when the approval rating was 79%. Poland's improved outlook on America stems from its strong political ties, highlighted by military support from the US. This support strengthens Poland's trust in US leadership, making their alliance even closer. 2. Israel. With 87% of people surveyed in Israel having a positive outlook on the US, it ranks second among countries most receptive to Americans. The US and Israel have a close military alliance and see eye to eye on democratic values. This extends to advanced defense systems like the Iron Dome, which was developed to protect Israel from missile attacks. 3. South Korea. South Korea holds the third highest spot on the list, with a high percentage, 79%, of the population trusting Americans. This statistic has dipped by 10% since 2022 because some Koreans are unsure about how America handles world affairs. But even with the slight decrease, many Koreans still seem to think the US has their back. So when you travel to South Korea, you can surely expect a warm welcome. 4. Nigeria. In Nigeria, 74% of survey respondents said they have a positive impression of America and its citizens. That's a 12% jump from the statistic in 2019. This shift in how Nigerians view the US goes beyond just a good impression. A majority of Nigerians believe the US government takes their interests into account when making moves internationally. Furthermore, over half say America is more politically stable than other wealthy nations. 5. Japan. Japan secures the fifth spot in the survey, with 73% of respondents favoring the US, a 3% rise from 2022. The report reveals a generational gap in sentiments toward President Biden. Japanese adults aged 40 and older hold him in higher regard than younger people. Still, the overall outlook is positive. 64% of Japanese view America as the world's top economy, 79% agree the US contributes to world peace, and about a third believe it's more tolerant than similar countries. 6. Kenya. You can expect a warm welcome in Kenya, where 71% of people associate the US with a respectable image. This is reflected in Kenyans' optimistic view of the US government and fascination with American culture. Polls show 76% of Kenyans have faith in US leaders to do the right thing on the world stage, and nearly half feel the US is more democratic than other places. This trust grows with Kenya's admiration for American cultural exports, like movies and music, and institutions, like the military and universities. 7. India. If you like Bollywood movies, you'll enjoy a trip to India, where you'll be welcomed by the locals. Indians generally have a positive view of the US. 65% say America has a reliable image, while 41% say America is safer than other rich nations. Education is a clear indicator of where India sees Americans excel, though at least half of Indians think US colleges are superior to those in similar nations. 8. Brazil. 63% of Brazilians have a good impression of the United States, according to the Pew Research Center. When asked if they think America considers them in policymaking, 56% of research participants in Brazil said yes, a 20% increase from 2018. Brazilians are also more likely than other Latin Americans to view the U.S. as a democratic society. 9. Mexico. Mexico's placement in the top 10 is surprising, given past debates about immigration policy in the U.S. a few years ago. Since 2020, ties between the United States and Mexico have become more harmonious, reversing the impact of the controversial border wall proposal. Currently, 70% of Mexicans believe U.S. investment helped them a lot, and 63% have a positive opinion of Americans. Mexico is an extremely diverse country. Whether you're interested in history, adventure, or want to visit outstanding beaches, Mexico offers a warm welcome to American travelers. 10. Italy. Thanks to the business relationship between Italy and the U.S., Americans enjoy a great reputation in the country. 60% of Italians see the U.S. in a good light, and it's probably because the economies do great together. In fact, Italy sends more products to the United States than any other country outside the EU. If you visit Italy, you can expect a warm and welcoming experience. Don't forget to enjoy the incredible food and wine that they have, which certainly adds to the experience of visiting the beautiful cities or charming countryside. 11. South Africa. Among the South Africans surveyed, 59% had a positive view of the U.S. Additionally, 4 out of 10 people in South Africa believe the U.S. is more democratic than similar nations, and most agree that it's an inclusive place to live in. South African sentiments are also shaped by their glowing ratings of American colleges and their enjoyment of American popular media. When you travel to South Africa, expect a warm welcome and connect over your latest favorite TV show. 12. United Kingdom. Fancy world-class museums and majestic castles? If you're an American who loves to travel, you'll appreciate the welcoming atmosphere in the UK. 59% of UK citizens think highly of the United States, which can partly be explained because of the shared history and culture. Moreover, American companies and popular media are big in the UK. So, Brits get a taste of American life through movies, music, and maybe even their favorite brands. 13. Netherlands. 58% of survey respondents in the Netherlands have a favorable view of the U.S., so you can expect a warm reception from the locals if you ever decide to visit. People in the Netherlands look up to the U.S. for its tech innovations and, of course, all things Hollywood. These American influences are widely seen in Dutch life. On top of that, the two countries often work together on global issues like trade and peacekeeping, so there's definitely a respectful connection. 14. Canada. Based on the study, 57% of Canadians welcome Americans with open arms. Their perception of the U.S. is shaped by economic ties from way back, with Canada and the U.S. being each other's largest trading partners. Moreover, the two countries protect each other. Border security is a top priority, and both nations do their part in ensuring safe and efficient movement between them. Plus, we share tons of culture and media influences. Chat with a Canadian, and you may find common ground discussing the movies you loved growing up. If you plan a trip to Canada, expect a friendly and familiar atmosphere. 15. Germany. More than half of Germans, 57%, give the U.S. a thumbs up. The two nations are trading partners, which benefits both economies. Germany sends cars, machinery, and chemicals to the U.S. while getting medicine, airplanes, and computer services in return. Beyond exports, they also tackle issues like climate change together. Germany and the U.S. both want to cut down on greenhouse gas emissions and aim to promote cleaner energy sources. Visit Germany to get a warm welcome and see a shared commitment to the same global goals. 16. Indonesia. The study shows that 56% of Indonesians have a positive impression of the U.S. There are a couple of reasons for this. Many Indonesian students head to America for their college education. Maybe you'll even bump into one on campus someday. On the other hand, the US and Indonesia work closely on public health initiatives, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. They teamed up to manage the crisis, share information, and distribute vaccines.